Season 5 of MCC starts on January 27th, 2020, and with it comes a slew of new challenges, weapon skins, and probably most notably, 80 new armor pieces. Included in those 80 new pieces of armor are the hotly contested Halo Online armor sets slated to hit Halo 3. For the past few weeks, Halo fans have argued on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and via Samsung Smart Fridge about whether or not the inclusion of these new armor sets meant the true and definitive death of Halo 3 as we knew it. Well, after receiving enough emotional pleading across the web, 343 finally announced that the new armor sets would be toggleable. So akin to how you can disable your ability to see custom weapon skins in the game, you will now be able to disable your ability to see Halo Online armor coming to Halo 3. And if you thought the conversation ended there, you clicked on the wrong channel. I'm the Home Slice Ascend Hyperion, and today I want to really dial in on the concept of customization toggles. I mean, how can we not talk about it? After years and years of dedicated support and promotion of customization, not just in Halo, but in gaming in general, we're now at a point where we're asking for ways to not only limit customization as we have, but now we're extending that limitation onto other players. We've created a feature to customize how we customize. Now, today I'm going to talk about how customization toggling could be applied to Halo Infinite, both practically as what I perceive as positive effective uses, and then I'm going to talk about what can be exploited by breaking down some potential arguments Halo fans could use in the future to make sure toggling is here to stay and play. Be sure to subscribe for more fresh-baked Halo content, and let's get rolling. Alright, so customization toggling. Right now, the idea is that some players only use MCC in order to preserve and indulge in the 6 titles included in it. The argument is that seeing a player with a green visor in Halo CE, or seeing a guy with this anime helmet instead of this anime helmet in Halo 3 would make that impossible, even if gameplay is the same. So, on paper, customization toggling is, right now, all about preserving the preconceived ideas of the original game experience. Well, I sat on that idea, and my first conclusion I reached was, toggling isn't just about retaining an image, it's also about controlling an experience. You've given the player, for the first time ever, the ability to anti-customize. Before, everyone was subject to the same experience, but now players can be playing the same game, but experiencing 2 different customization paths. This concept, this power, is too big to be wasted on just MCC. This idea needs to be translated to Halo Infinite, and here's a few reasons why. First reason is highly practical. This could improve load times. Think of it as a quality of life feature. Are you playing Halo Infinite on a potato, or a potato with an Xbox logo on it? No problem. Go toggle off customization in the menu, relaunch your game, and now on match startup, the game only has to load up 1 armor set for each player. Results could vary. I also feel like it could become a standard for competitive play. Want to play HCS or an MLG style game? Sorry, we don't allow the Rally's armor coding, it's too distracting and it's glitched on certain GPUs. Hey, no issue. Toggle off armor coatings and you can play a fair match where you still lose 4-15. Or really, here's the grand scheme one. Let's say you like Halo Infinite's gameplay but dislike the art style. Rather than blow up 40 threads on Halo Waypoint, you could at the least toggle off custom armors and try to enjoy the gameplay in peace. I mean, we didn't have customization in the first 2 Halos and people didn't seem to mind then. Why would you? And think about it. All that money you save by not buying double experience Mountain Dew or a pack of Marlboro Reds for that special armor coating can now be spent better on Ko-fi, where you can make a generous donation to Ascend Hyperion, all while supporting the future of fresh-baked Halo content. Linked below. But it's right here where we cross the threshold from our mostly practical applications into our more personal ones. Some of what I'm going to suggest might seem outlandish, but everything following I think is an argument groups in the Halo community could in fact make, and they'd be just as valid as any other outcry we've righted before. Let's nail them down. First, consider this idea. From the most recent Infinite Dev blog, we can pull 2 very key bits of information. First, the game has already begun blending armor generations. In the renders, we can see multiple Gen 7 Spartans with their armor, and then we see an armor set that's virtually identical to what's worn by George in Halo Reach. 2. there is a comment that mentions the goal with Infinite is to eventually include as much from the previous Halo games as possible, finally giving players full cross-generational access to their desired customization options. This means that not only could we see Halo Reach armor in Infinite, we could see Halo 4 and Halo 5 sets as well, and I'm sure some of you have already figured out this idea. We could toggle off armor generations we don't like. If you feel so strongly that you hate Halo 5's armor sets that the mere appearance of one on another player would be a detriment to your gameplay experience, guess what? Just switch it off. It could potentially be as simple as saying, man, I hated Halo 3's armors. Click. Does this seem like a feasible feature in the game? Well, if you have doubts right now, wait till I tell you about the next demand. I call it piecemeal toggles. Essentially, the user would be able to disable armor sets individually as they pleased. Don't like EOD? Gone. Don't like Anubis? Gone. Don't like Hazop? Gone. You would officially totally control your customization experience in Halo Infinite. You could position yourself to never, ever be inconvenienced by the personal experiences of another player ever again. Because let's face it, we're not worried about how other people think the game should be experienced, it's our own experience that matters the most. Why not tend to that? If we have the power to control what we see by neglecting the options of others now, why should we stop? If I want to preserve my preconceived notion of what Halo Infinite looks like, I should have that option, right? Well, should I? My returning viewers might recall a statement I made towards the end of my video on the possibility of coexistent art styles. I alluded to the fact that the toggle option might be a slippery slope, one that enthralls the notion that personal experience outweighs the designed experience. Do I support the toggle option coming to Halo Infinite? No, but it wouldn't have been very Ascend Hyperion of me to reach that conclusion without considering all the reasons why someone would want it to come to Halo Infinite. I may not support the notion, but these are the most valid and potential arguments I can see being made in favor of its inclusion. So I'm going to end this video with a question, like I always do. Should customization toggles be in Halo Infinite? That's up to you, let's hear it in the comments. Like always, a big shout out to the supporters of the channel. Be sure to like and subscribe for more fresh baked Halo content, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.